What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are bringing Victini to Go Battle League Great League, as Victini was the mythical Pokemon released for GoFest. So if you guys didn't happen to get a Victini, that is because you likely did not participate in GoFest 2020. Now, like previous years where Mew came out, where Celebi came out, they were released at GoFest, and then we were able to get them in a quest line later at a date. So I'm guessing Victini will be the same. We will likely see a quest coming this summer or early autumn. So do not worry if you did not get Victini. I'm sure Niantic will be able to get it to the mass population. But today we're running Victini on the lead with Confusion, V-Create, and Psychic. And then we have Ferrothorn and Azumarill as our coverages. Ferrothorn does really well at breaking apart Azumarill and Galarian Stunfisk, as it has great matchups there. And Azumarill is a nice safe switch option, can flip some matches and apply a lot of shield pressure. Now, this team was not of my own creating. I went to Twitter to talk with the elite battlers in Go Battle League, that being Shoutcast, and Shoutcast let me know that this team was doing really well for him. He had a lot of fun using it. There is a lot of finesse when it comes to this team, though. I'm going to let you guys know right away. This is not a cookie cutter team where you can kind of just go through. This is not similar to maybe Season 1 or Season 2 like Altaria, Registeel, Azumarill, where you just kind of just play the game and just overpower people. This is not the case. There's a lot of finesse, there's a lot of mastery to this team, and overall, I've had a winning rate with this team, but it's not dominant. Overall, my record with this team was 12-9, just to give you guys some perspective. I definitely wanted to test it out, put it through the runner, see how it works. It's a lot of fun to use, but it is not like a super dominant team, and I'm guessing a lot of players who are maybe way higher skilled than me could make it work a lot better. But this team was fun to use, so we're going to take a look at some of the battles today in my last set that I did, and let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team, what you guys think about Victini. Have you guys brought it to Go Battle League yet? Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, so moving into our first battle here. Like I said, this team is very, very tough to use. There's a lot of finesse, a lot of energy stores that you need to do, a lot of timely swaps. And this team was not of my own creation. It was made, it wasn't made by Shoutcast. Shoutcast informed me of it, but he said it was made by Technical. So shout out to Technical. He is a Twitch streamer. Link down in the description to his channel. He is awesome. Now, we have a terrible lead. This is bad. This is bad, right? We have Shiftry versus Victini right here. So what I'm going to try to do is go for back-to-back V-Creates right here. I know the foul play is going to do a lot of damage, so we're going to have to shield right here. We go for the V-Create right here. I think I could have gone for more energy, and then I'm actually now going to look to swap now. I tried to swap into Azumarill on the charge move, hoping to catch the foul play. I think that was one of my plays right here to try to do. So now we are going to just load up on energy again, go for another V-Create. I want to get all shields gone because the only way I can take out this Shiftry is with a charge move later on. So now we're going to try to swap on the charge move, but we're going to go into Ferrothorn here. Now we do have a Galarian Stunfisk coming in, which is really nice. Galarian Stunfisk can flip the matchup, but we don't have the best answer outside of our charge moves for the Shiftry right there. So this is still going to be a tough battle. I really need to try to come out of here either potentially losing lead or basically having a lot of extra energy. So we're going to try to load up some extra energy right here. We're going to go for the Power Whip. This is going to do some nice neutral damage here against the Galarian Stunfisk. This is why Ferrothorn's very strong. It beats that Azumarill. It can beat the Stunfisk. And I'm going to try to farm down, but I decided to pull the trigger here. And I think that was another mistake. I could have farmed down and applied more pressure to the Shiftry that is going to be coming back in. So Shiftry is going to come back in, and this is bad, everyone. This is bad. Shiftry with energy is one of the deadliest things in the game, and we have something that it can clear. So we're going to bring in our Azumarill now, and then we're going to try to swap into Victini on the charge move. Again, like, making this work, I have to swap perfectly. So we swap on the Leaf Blade, which is fantastic, but it has so much energy, it already has a foul play. So this is why Shiftry is deadly against our team. It gets off the foul play, so that's going to be a good game. And then we are going to try to get to the Ice Beam right here, but my opponent makes a fantastic swap right back at me into the Azumarill right there. So very well played by my opponent. As you guys saw, even though we lost lead hard, we had potential there to potentially win this matchup. Now we're just going to be going for the Hydro Pump right here. It's going to be doing neutral damage in the matchup, and it's going to be the best move that we can really go for right here. I mean, not neutral damage, sorry, resisted, but it's going to be the best move outside of Ice Beam. So they're going to be going for their own charge move. It's going to be another Hydro Pump, and now I need to be wary that Switch Clock is going to be coming back up, and I need to try to keep some extra energy here. But I'm going to go ahead and go for Hydro Pump, and what I'm hoping for is that I can get enough energy to go straight for Ice Beam when they do have the Switch Clock back, but they switched right away and they have a Leaf Blade. So as you guys see, Shiftry had so much energy, it was just throwing charge moves left and right, and that is going to be a good game. So well played by my opponent. We had some good timely swaps there, but not a lot we can do. So we're going to go ahead and move into game 2 now. Victini's very tough when you lose lead hard like that, and you have to be on top of your swaps. That's why I said this team has a lot of finesse. Now we have Victini versus Alolan Marowak. Something else that can do pretty well against us, but Confusion chunks everyone. Look at how much damage Confusion is doing. This Alolan Marowak is a Fire Spin Alolan Marowak as well, so it's definitely not going to do as much damage as the Hex would. So we are going to shield right here. I don't want a Shadow Ball to hit me. It is a Shadow Ball. Sweet. We're going to build up to 2 V-Creates right here. I think this is really important with Victini. I didn't showcase it as well in game 1, and I kicked myself. I remember, okay, I got to build up to 2, so we're going to go for V-Create. We do get a shield. We're going to go for another V-Create right away. This is still going to do a lot of damage. Our defenses are completely gone after this. We're -4, but it does a lot, and 1 Confusion right there. We're going to go ahead and shield. Because our damage, we're so low basically. So we're going to go ahead and shield, and then we're going to be able to finish off right there with 1 fast move, which is great. So now we have switch advantage. We see an Azumarill come in, so I'm just going to go straight into my own Azumarill right here. They do swap into a Ferrothorn, which is a great counter, but Ice Beam is going to be doing neutral here because of the Grass Steel typing. So Azumarill can apply a lot of pressure here, but we're going to have to rely on our own Ferrothorn to try to close this game out for us. So charge move now coming through. This is going to be the Power Whip. Ferrothorn is really strong in Season 3, everyone. I really love what Ferrothorn's doing because of Galarian, Stunfisk, and Azumarill. Registeels aren't seen as much, which is why Ferrothorn wasn't used, but now the Registeels are gone, Ferrothorn is definitely strong, so we're looking pretty good right here. Now, they decided to pull the trigger on the energy, which is great for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire off. We're going to come in with our Victini right here, let the switch timer go down. We're going to come in with Victini and fire off the V-Create right away. So we're going to go straight for V-Create right here. Again, this will KO, right? Ferrothorn double weak to fire right here. So they are going to let it through. Now we have to swap right away into our own Ferrothorn for Azumarill. Now Azumarill does have some loaded energy, so things are not over yet. But what we need to do is get Azumarill as low as possible because Victini's Confusion does quite a bit of damage. So an Ice Beam hits us right there. We're going to go in for Power Whip now, going to be doing super effective damage. Hopefully we get the shield as well. I don't see why they wouldn't be shielding in this matchup. They let the first one through, which is fine. So now another Ice Beam is going to be coming through. This is not going to KO us from this range, but this is definitely going to come down to the wire right here. So an Ice Beam does connect. We're going to start going for more Bullet Seeds. We're going to go ahead and go for the Power Whip. I could have just committed to try to farm down to do more damage in hindsight, but we are going to get the shield, which is great. And then we're going to do a couple more Bullet Seeds right here. And then now the Azumarill has no energy. Basically, it's using its Ice Beam. So it's going to be Bubble versus Confusion right here. And Victini's attack stat is so strong that it just pops the Azumarill right there. And that is going to be a good game. So we're going to go ahead and move into game 3 now. So these are some tough battles, right? These are great opponents. And Victini has a lot of finesse. That's what I want you guys to emphasize. This is not just a cookie cutter kind of steamroll through the Great League team. There's a lot of finesse to this team. So we have Scrafty, and it's a Snarl Scrafty as well. I want you guys to notice the fast move, it's Snarl, so we're just going to go straight into Azumarill right here. We're not going to shield. Foul Play, Power Up Punch will be resisted, so I'm glad the Scrafty is now dumping its energy. So it's going to be a Power Up Punch. We're going to load up on some more energy. They swap out, and they swap into Abomasnow, which is okay for us. because Ice Beam, this is a Shadow Abomasnow. Even though Abomasnow can beat Azumarill, Ice Beam still does neutral damage, everyone, and a lot at that. So we are going to shield this first move. I want to block that energy ball because I want to get a shield away from them. Victini is fantastic with energy, so if you can get double charge moves, you can clear through a lot of Pokemon. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam right here. That does get a shield, which is fantastic. And then now they are going to go for the next energy ball. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go through. Reason being, I want to farm down with Victini and basically have that shield still for that. So we're just going to farm down right here, get a lot of energy, and then we are going to see, I believe, Azumarill now is going to come in. We'll have to see. So this is going to be still going to be close. Yeah, the Azumarill does come in right here. So we are going to load up on some energy, and then now we're going to swap, if I can, we're going to swap into Ferrothorn, and Scrafty comes in. Thankfully, this Scrafty is a Snarl and not a counter. If it was a counter, it'd definitely be over. I'm not going to shield. It's going to be a foul play. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Power Whip right here. But they do get off another charge move. So I'm thinking, you know what, I'll go ahead and shield this next foul play. But it was a Power Up Punch. So well played to my opponent right there. We're going to go ahead and go for the Power Whip. And things are not looking good. I should have, basically, the Power Up Punch foul play combination is very, very deadly. So I definitely shouldn't have shielded right there, knowing that they have to finish me off with a foul play. So basically, yeah, good game to my opponent right here. They're going to be able to get off the foul play. That's not going to finish us off, but we do get the Power Whip in time. But they still have a shield, and they have a Azumarill, so we're going to have to swap right away. We're going to go into Azumarill, and we just go for the V-Create because I need to try to pressure the shield. Even though whatever they get, if they get the Ice Beam and Bubble, we'd go down anyway. So we're just going to try to go for the Psychic right away, but we don't get it, so this will be finishing us off. So that's going to be a good game to my opponent. Very unique play running with the Snarl Scrafty right there, which is a great counter. So let's go ahead and move into the next battle. So like I said, I didn't dominate with this team. I think that's important to emphasize here. But it was fun to use. You guys are going to see some more fun battles here. We had some really tough leads, right? Scrafty, Alolan Marowak, and Snarl Shiftry, Snarl, Scrafty, and Alolan Marowak, but now we're going to start getting into some more neutral or winning leads, so a Hypno right here. What's great with Hypno is the only thing we really need to worry about is the Shadow Ball. So if they pull the trigger right away like they did right here on a punch, it's going to be probably a Thunder Punch, which is not going to do a lot of damage. That's what's fantastic. So watch what we're going to do, guys. We're going to load up, and they decide to swap out into Azumarill, which is beautiful because now this is where Victini is so deadly. Notice how we kept our shields, and it has 2 V-Creates in the back, and we can hard lock down this Azumarill with Ferrothorn. Azumarills are utilized a lot in the Great League on safe swaps, which is why Ferrothorn does so well at countering that and also doing well on back end against a lot of other Pokemon. So we are just going to start loading up on energy. I decide to pull the trigger here on the Power Whip because I want to have some more health against whatever they have, but they do decide to shield, which is beautiful. We can farm down now. We don't have to shield, so we can come out of here with switch advantage and shield advantage. As you guys can see, we're going to be able to survive, and Bullet Seed's going to be able to finish off this Azumarill before they can get to another Ice Beam. So that is perfect. Now we're going to go straight for the Power Whip, but we don't get the Power Whip. Defense Form Deoxys actually takes us out. So this is where Victini with energy is deadly, everyone. This is how you want to play it. You're going to come in, and you're going to go straight for V-Create. V-Create hits like an absolute truck. We do get a shield. We're going to go ahead and go for another V-Create right here. We still have 2 shields. So we're going to be hitting this. It's going to do some heavy neutral damage, and then we're going to swap into our Azumarill. Yes, this is not technically the best matchup, but they pulled the trigger early, which tells me this is a Psycho Boost, which it is. There was no way it was a Thunderbolt. That was way too quick. We're going to see the Hypno now come in, and what the key is right here is we're going to over farm. So we're going to go ahead and shield. We know they have Thunder Punch. They showed that on the lead. So we're going to go ahead and shield, and then we're going to over farm right here for some more energy, and then now we're going to go for the Hydro Pump. Our goal here is to have some excess energy, shield whatever the Defense Form Deoxys throws, and go for a Hydro Pump to kind of finish off the game here. So Defense Form Deoxys is going to come back in. We know it has Psycho Boost, which means it probably has Rock Slide as well, but we are able to get to the Hydro Pump here, and this is going to be finishing off Defense Form Deoxys. So that's going to be a good game. That just shows what Victini can do with a lot of energy, applies a lot of pressure right away, and we're going to go ahead and move into the final battle now. So having fun with this team. Victini's a lot of fun. It's not highly ranked on PV Poke, but with energy it can do a lot of work. So we have Victini versus Abomasnow. This is beautiful right here. We're going to be resisting Energy Ball and Powder Snow. They swap right away into Galarian Stunfisk, so we're going to come in straight with the Azumarill. Right, we want to keep Azumarill away from Abomasnow, and Azumarill does well against Galarian Stunfisk. Now, I know this is going to be an Earthquake. There's no way they're going to go for a Rock Slide right here, but we're going to let it hit us. It doesn't do too much damage, but what we're going to do is we're going to overload on energy, and now we're going to go for a Hydro Pump. I want to punish them if they decide to not shield by one-shotting the Galarian Stunfisk and having extra energy for an Ice Beam or get a shield, which we do. So this is fine. So now I'm okay with going into a one-shield situation with them. So we're going to go ahead and mirror shields now. So it's going to be another Earthquake, great for us. Again, we're going to overload on energy. We're going to build up. They throw their energy right away, which means this is a Rock Slide. That was way too quick for an Earthquake. Rock Slide will not KO, which is fine. I'm anticipating an Abomasnow coming in, but we're going to go ahead and go for Ice Beam now. This is still going to do a decent amount of damage to the Galarian Stunfisk, and we will possibly be able to get to another Ice Beam against the Abomasnow if it comes back in. So we'll have to see how this plays. It's going to be an Azumarill that actually comes in. So we're going to go for Hydro Pump here. Definitely the better move. If you do have Play Rough is the best move in the Azumarill mirror, but outside of that, it's going to be Hydro Pump. And we have Ferrothorn now that we can line up against Azumarill. Even though Azumarill is getting a lot of energy by farming us down, we are still an even shield, and we have Victini for Abomasnow. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Ferrothorn right here. I'm going to let him hit us with the charge move. We're not going to shield anything. We're going to save that shield for Victini. And the Ice Beam is going to come through, do some neutral damage. We're going to load up. I'm anticipating them swapping, but they're not. Excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Power Whip here. Power Whip's going to be doing super effective damage, and they let it go through. So now we're going to instant swap into Victini. And this is what is so satisfying about Victini, everyone, is the back-to-back V-Creates. This is what Victini is built for. Endgame, no shields up, something that takes neutral or super effective damage. We're going to go ahead and shield, and we're going to go for one more confusion, and now we're going to go for the back-to-back V-Create. There is nothing this Abomasnow can do. They have to shield the first one, but because V-Create costs such little energy, we can just go ahead and go for a second one, and that is going to be a good game right there. So really tough matchups against my opponents. We were able to flip one of our lead losses, but it's definitely a tough team to go with. But we had a lot of fun here. So as you guys see my rating there, I think it was 20 for 34, I think. This team wasn't the best, right? I went 12-9 overall. And I've been trying out a lot of different Pokemon, but this was great to try. The first set I did with Victini was definitely rough, right? We went 1-4, but after that, I started doing positive sets of 3 2s, 4 1s going across the board. So a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about Victini. Did you guys think it was going to be good in Great League? I was definitely excited to try it out. It definitely has a lot of play, but you are going to lose lead to Pokemon maybe like Azumarill or those Ghost and Dark type Pokemon, which we see. But you can also do well against Galarian Stunfisk as well, so don't worry about that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.